Hello everybody, it's 9:30, Thursday in sunny Spain, and I can actually say at long last it is sunny. The weather has changed. I think it's this week. It's just if people live in Spain, they know what I'm on about. It's just like they flick the switch and summer has arrived. It's warmed up. Now I was thinking about doing a live show outside, but I don't think I got the gear ready for that yet. So watch this space, because you might see me outside in the pool in the next couple of weeks. But Femi, because I know I've just had a quick nose at the comments, I have not been in the water yet. It's still a little bit cold. What went wrong there? That's all right. It's my screen changed then. Okay, so as always, hello everybody. Hope you're all fine. I'll just go through the usual stuff at the beginning. Guys, there's a lot of information out there. Obviously, there's a lot of news spreading around at the moment of things obviously starting to get a little bit back to normal. But please check out the proper sites. There's still lots of rumours going around at the moment. So as I always say, the first one is the Citizens Advice Spain. It's an internet site that you can go on to. Lots of information on there. I believe you can obviously ask questions as well. There's loads of PDFs that you can download, because there's lots of information to take in, obviously. The other one, especially now, the Spanish embassies in the UK are pretty important. Obviously, Spanish embassies, the Spain here as well, but obviously in the UK, check them out, guys. Up-to-date information, especially for travelling. The other one is the UK Gov site. I was on there today, but nothing to do with what I was on there. Frigging tax, sorting out with tax. That should have been in today as well. I left that for the wife. Anyway, on the UK Gov site, there's 3 categories that you can check out, and that is living in Spain, pretty important one. Especially checking out any of the new stuff at the moment with the visas, travel arrangements, things like that. Healthcare is another important one, guys, especially if you're coming over now, taking out health insurance and your ECI card, whatever it is. Private health insurance as well. And the other one is check your passport, because you can't come on holiday if your passport's out of date or it hasn't got many months left in it. So do that. The other one is on YouTube. I go on about it every week, but Spain Speaks. He was on today, put up a video. Worth checking it out. Stuart does most of the whole of Spain. I think what we've got to try and realise, guys, Spain is split up into 17 different regions, and they all do things differently, even though you've got the main government in Madrid sort of controlling the country, because the state of alarm has been dropped now, and they've left it up for each region to deal with how they want to deal with it. Now, as far as I know, in the Murcia region, the borders have been dropped, the curfew's been dropped, but the curfew's still there for local businesses and that. Everything else, you got to wear a mask, and it sounds like the mask is going to be going on for another year or so. But they did say, from what I did read today, that you can go on the beach and you can sunbathe without your mask on. But if you're walking on the beach, you've got to put your mask on. And if you go out bathing, you can take your mask off. Okay, the other thing is Spain has done some new speeding signs for cutting down the speed. That's started now. And I believe that they've already been out stopping people for speeding. I'm not going to go into all the speed limits, because you can check that out on the proper sites. Another thing is, I want to say a big thank you for everybody that's joined my Facebook group, Expat and Mazaron. I've got over 1,000 subscribers, 1,000 members now, I should say. So if any of you out there watching, that any 62 people that's watching me at the moment, if you want to join the Facebook group, most welcome. But there is 2 questions I always ask is, why do you want to join the group? Most people would say it's because they want to move to Spain, or they're thinking about coming to Spain. That's fine. and just abide by the rules, and you're in, and it doesn't cost you nothing, guys. Okay, what I'm going to do now, it's 62 in the house. I don't know if the football's on tonight. Maybe it is. Maybe that's why we've only got 72 on in the house at the moment. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to do the intro, if I can find it. I'll put it somewhere. Here it is. And I'll see you in a minute. That's it. So I'm back again now for the rest of the evening up until 1:30. So let's get on with it. Got a lot to get through. And as always, I've been seeming to be going over my time. So I'll try and get it through tonight, because I think last time I did it last week, I rushed through and I said something a bit wrong. So if you watched it last week, you know what I'm on about. Anyway, first thing I want to plug before I get into it is if you didn't know, I got 2 other YouTube channels. One of them is called Campusole Explorers, which I do go out exploring with a group of people, mainly from Campusole, once a month. And I got that channel, so it's called Campusole Explorers. And the other one, because when I first moved out to Spain, it was all about drones. And then halfway through, it's coming up to 6 years now, I decided to drop the drone side of it and call it Expat Mazaron. But I've got another channel called Don Quixote. You're going to say, why have I chosen that name? Anyway, I'm not going to go into why I chose the name, but what I'm going to do now is put up a quick intro for I can find it. It's in there somewhere. Here it is. Okay, here we go. It's only a bit. Have a quick think while that's going on. So if you want to join my other YouTube channel, Don Quixote, and I know it's a bit of a mouthful, if you check out my YouTube channel in the playlist, I've actually got a drone section there, which you can get a link to it. Or if you're on my Facebook group, Expat Mazaron, there's videos on there, you can get a link. So I haven't got to mess about putting links up for you guys. And also, I'll be doing a live show this Monday night. It's not going to be about Spain, so don't go on there Monday night asking about Spain. It's It's all about drones. I'm trying to keep those two things separate. So I got that out of the way. Now, the coffee fund, nothing this week. So I can't say a big thank you for the coffee fund, but I'll still give a thumbs up because we got 70 in the house, I should say. And the polo shirts, still, they're not doing very good as well. I've only got nothing's been bought. The polo shirts now. That the polo shirts offer finishes at the end of this month. So if you want to get it, I would get it now. Okay, my topics. Now, the biggest topic for me this week was, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to show you some photographs of my week, and then that'll get into it, really. So last Friday, now, you probably don't know, but if people that live here on Camp Casal or in the Mazaron area, when you got to the big guns, they call it the Cartagena guns. There's an old, it's the old barracks, and it's this guy Miguel. He's been a brilliant friend to my Spanish guy, and he's been so helpful for me. And ever since I've been here in Spain, I've been watching this place build, and he's been building this windmill. And every time he's doing something, he rings me up. Sometimes 3 o'clock in the frigging morning. He says, Sean, get over here now because I've got something to show you. And I'll just put up a little video. He's so enthusiastic, and he gets me going as well when we see these things. It's just now this windmill that he's put up is going to power the swimming pool that you can see behind the windmill there. And it'll be the first wind-powered swimming pool in Spain. And thankfully, I've been the guy that's captured it. And if you notice, you can see my cursor. Me and Steve are down in the corner there. But amazing. And this is going to be sort of like a hiking adventure. He's got a restaurant there. He's got a bar. He's got a horse hotel at the back there. He's got so many things going on. He's got accommodation. And I'll be putting out a video in the next week or so, just showing you the progress of this place. I mean, it's open to the public now. A lot of people have already been gone down there over the years anyway. And it actually, I'm quite enthusiastic as well about this place. I mean, it's an amazing landscape as well, right in the middle of this valley. I'll get rid of that. Now, this is another picture. This is me and Steve. We was obviously there filming that day, putting a video together and obviously flying a drone. Now, Miguel, he's such a welcoming person. This is what I found with the Spanish. They're so welcoming. And he cooked us a meal. We had a pig, half a pig. Steve had the bottom end with the tail. I had the middle bit. And then we had a few drinks, and then I had to call my wife up in the end because I couldn't drive back because I was over the limit. He did say to us that we could stay there the night, but we decided not to. Anyway, this is on Sunday. Like I said, the weather's changed at long last. Even though Monday morning it rained slightly, but the rest of the time it just, perked up at long last. On Monday, I took my wife down to the main hospital in Cartagena. Now, for us that living on Camp Casal, that's our hospital. Brand new hospital. Car parking, would you believe? Not even a quid, I don't think. Something like that. It's nothing. And then obviously after that, I go to my favourite place for a meal. Do you recognise it? Anyway. On Tuesday, I had my first injection, my first COVID injection. I've never heard of the name other than it begins with an M. Now, if somebody's watching this that has had it, please put the name up because I know somebody's going to ask me what the vaccine was. And all I can say, guys, yesterday, which is Wednesday, I had a bit of a pain in my arm. It was a bit sore. I mean, be honest, God. Anyway, this is the I parked the car and I thought, because that's the building where they're doing it, but I had to join the queue. Now, the queue was not miles, but it was a fair old distance. So we joined the bottom of the end of the queue, and we followed the queue around, up the road, up another road, down the other road, down a little lane, back. As you can see, it goes down the road, comes back up, and then we got near the building, and they actually put on a bit of shading for us. And that, to be honest, that shading really helped a lot because it was a really hot day. They were starting to give out free water because they needed to, because a couple of people did collapse. Now actually going into the building at long last. You're not going to believe this, but me and my wife were standing for 4 hours. There was 4,000 people that day. This is inside the hall. I mean, I'll be honest, it was pretty organised in the hall. And this is the after thing. I mean, it must have took about 10 seconds. The nurse that was giving us the injections, she must have about 3 in her hand, and she was just like a conveyor belt. And you had to sit down for 15 minutes afterwards to make sure you had no major side effects. Thankfully, I didn't have no side effects. Anyway, carrying on. The next, I think yesterday, yes, I went down into Mercia City. Got a lovely shopping centre there. I love going down there anyway, because they got a big Apple store there. And I popped in to have a look at the Apple store. I had to book an appointment to go into the store, but that's where it is at the moment with COVID restrictions. We got 79 in the house, good. And then I thought I'd just show you tonight, guys, because I know, you know, it can get a bit bad just seeing that nice blue sky. This was, I was coming back with Bonnie tonight about 7:30, coming up towards my place. Lovely blue sky. Now the sun's gone down. Yeah, the sun's definitely gone down now because it's coming up to 9:45. So yeah, had my jab. Now I've got my next appointment in June. And thankfully there was a few complaints about the 4 hour wait, because some of them were 4.5 hours. And there were some people there, a lot older than me, that did sort of collapse. And the Mercia Health Authority are not happy about it. So they said that's not going to happen again. So I've got fingers crossed that when I go for my next jab in June, I don't have to wait 4 hours, because I wouldn't look forward to that. And also, when I actually gets to the counter to hand in my name and that, I'm on the list. I just don't know what was going through my head if she said to me, "Come back tomorrow," or even worse, you're not even registered. So, but thankfully, all sorted. Got my jab. I got half of it now, and I'm just waiting for the other half, and I'll be fully fledged. So, what else have I got down on here? Anyway, So, as I just said about the summer has arrived here at long last, because I'll be honest, guys, this winter has been a long winter. I haven't made so many videos of late, but with the videos that will be passing out, you're going to notice that the countryside is pretty green. Where we are, it's supposed to be one of the hottest areas in Spain, and it will be in the next month or so. It'll get really hot. It's still pretty, I mean, it reminds me a bit like Wales, except without the rain. Anyway, keep watching, as I always say, guys, about the videos. Now, there's been a lot of talk at the moment. The Spanish tourist minister, now, because he's talked about it, it's gone in the papers. Now, he was saying, I think at the moment, nobody can come into Spain until the end of the month. Now, obviously, if you're a resident, you can, but if you want to come on holiday or you want to see a property, you're not allowed to come into Spain until the end of the month. But this guy whatever his name is, the Spanish health minister, has said from the 20th of May. Now, obviously, this all depend on how things are going at the moment. Numbers still seem to be quite low, and especially in the Murcia region. I think yesterday they only had, it's either 57 or 67, which is COVID cases, but no deaths for the past 5 days, which is pretty good. I can't say that about other parts of Spain, but all I know in the Murcia region, it's looking good, which is good. So the 20th of May, guys, it's not nothing written in, it's not written in stone. it's just the minister's been talking about it, and it's just been talked about. So fingers crossed that might happen. Now the other thing was, this is another. I wouldn't say it's a rumor. It's obviously another minister has been talking about the 21st of June getting back to normal. Now, I don't know if that's got mixed up with the UK, because I think I was talking to Steve today, and he was saying the 21st of June is what the UK is saying, sort of going back to normal, depending on how the figures go. So, also, this will depend on the jabs. Now, here in Spain, I thought when we get our second injection, we get a piece of paper to say that we, have had the jab, so we've got proof. Apparently, they're not going to give you nothing, because I know on Tuesday I was with my friend Stuart. He had his second jab that day. He was given no paperwork, but from what I've been told, you can go down to the local medical centre. Now, obviously, on Campus Hill, we've got our own medical centre, and you can go in there. I don't know, because I haven't done it, but somebody said you can go in there, and if you had the 2 jabs, they'll give you a complete print off of what you've had, like an A4 piece of paper. And obviously, we still don't know yet about travelling to the UK or whatever, what sort of thing we're going to need. So, has that given you much help? No doubt it hasn't really, because nothing's been written in stone yet. Anyway, on my YouTube channel tonight, I asked if anybody got any questions for tonight's show. Now, I know I've got loads of comments I've got to get through. I'm all right. I'm doing all right on that at the moment. I've got 3 questions tonight, and I'm going to start off straight away. This is from Dave Williams. Do you know if you can come to Spain for a couple of weeks to choose a property, return to the UK without counting towards 90 days? Dave, no. As soon as you come into Spain, or presume, or maybe when you leave the UK, they're going to stamp your book. Either way, they're going to take the record. So no matter if you come here for 1 day or 2 weeks, that'll come off the 90 days. And you could keep coming backwards and forwards. It's a nutty way of doing things, I know, but that's the rules that they've got at the moment. But 2 weeks, 14 days ain't much, really, is it? You're talking 90 days is 3 months. If you're coming on a trip backwards and forwards, you can still probably do that. So, Dave, no, you're not going to get any free extra days. Right, Cheryl Smith. Got that right? Cheryl Smith, yes. I was wondering if we have, hang on, let's get this right. I was wondering if we have to have a PCR test on going back to the UK. Is there places around Campus Hill that do it reasonable price? So that's part of the question. I would imagine, I'll be honest, Cheryl, I don't know. I would have thought you're going to still have a test. That's presuming, even if you had the 2 injections, I believe you still got to have the test. And you're asking where you can go for the test. Now, I know you can go to the private doctors, which is the business centre on A. They're doing it. I don't know what the price is. There is a place down in Mazaron. I think there's a couple of places down in Mazaron town that do it. But I know the business centre, the doctors upstairs, the private ones will do it. What the price is, I don't know. And then you ask, and I've heard arriving in Spain, you don't have to have a PCR test, just your 2 vaccines. That's something that's been talked about at the moment still, and it's still being talked about. They've been saying that if you're coming from the UK and you've had your 2 injections, then you don't have to have a test. You don't have to have the PCR test anyway, but this is only talk at the moment. We're going to know more, obviously, near the end of this month about that. Obviously, Spain's on the amber list. So if you go back to the UK, you're going to have to quarantine for 10 days, which, obviously, at the moment, it's going to be a bit difficult if you want to come over on holiday for 2 weeks and then you have another 10 days off. I don't think your boss is to be that. He's not going to give you that time off, is he? And I know, obviously, Portugal is on the green list, and looks. And they were saying during the week that the bookings for Portugal had gone through the roof. And that's just the way it is. Now, hopefully, if this fact, the vaccines are going well, because I know next week they're doing another huge amount of people. So it looks like at long last Spain has kicked itself up. Now, I was talking to my brother yesterday. He lives in Germany. He lives right in the middle of Germany. He's much older than me. If he's watching tonight, bruv, he hadn't heard nothing. And I was surprised about it, because I always had the impression that Germany was a well-organised country, and he hasn't even had his yet. Now think about it, he's not far off 70, and he hasn't had nothing yet. So that just gives you one impression there that Spain has kicked up a gear, thankfully. Yeah. So that hopefully, Cheryl, that's answered your question. Probably not, but it's giving you an idea where you can get the PCR test. But yeah, I mean, I've heard about that you won't have to take one with the 2 injections. But anyway, also, guys, if you 95 in the house, well done, everybody. In the comments, put if you know something that I don't know, but make sure it's official, not rumors. Put it in the comments. That helps people out as well. And I got one last question there, which is from Raymond Walpole. With the Brexit, is it worth buying a property in Spain, or shall we wait to see if the 90 days rule will change? Now, I think I had this question last week about the 90-day thing. The 90-day thing ain't going to change for a long time yet, I don't think. And I know a lot of people that have been watching some of my other videos about, they're saying Spain's been difficult, they're punishing us because of the Brexit. The visa thing has been in place well before the common market. Obviously, people coming from America or outside the EU especially had to go through this process anyway. But I would imagine, because a huge amount of people do come from the UK to live in Spain, there's a possibility that they will look at this. But I think at the moment they're more concerned about the COVID thing. And as I've always said, guys, come out to Spain and have a look first. Don't rush into it. I've known, even in the past month or so, some people have already bought property here. They've seen it on the internet. I know the estate agents have, got a hell of a job at the moment. They're doing this live viewing thing. But guys, you need to feel the place. You've got to see not just the home you're going to buy, but the area it's in. You've got to make sure you're happy, because at the end of the day, it's a huge expense. And you could get here, and you might love the house, but you might not love the area. I never thought I would live on a big urbanisation. I think the last thing I ever thought about was living on an urbanisation. I thought I'd come out to Spain, live in a lovely little place out in the country, lots of trees around me, lots of animals jumping around. And but reality, no. I'm an old bloke. I'm going to get ill. I need to get the facilities. I need to get down to the road to the shop. I need a bit of help as well. And if I'm out in the middle of nowhere, that ain't going to happen. So, guys, I keep saying it, and I still keep hearing it about people rushing in and buying a property. Just come out to Spain, have a look. The price of property hasn't changed at all. If anything, Spain is got too many houses here. I mean, there's loads. I can't believe the amount of properties that are here. And there's been no mass exodus back to the UK, whatever. Spain has built loads, and they're still building property. This is what amazes me. What you will see when you come around Spain, you come to like an urbanisation and they haven't finished it. And what they do, they leave it. They leave it for 3 or 4 years, and then they'll start up again if there's an interest. So the price of property is not really going to change. And I know some people that bought property probably 20 years ago, and the price of the property has dropped. So, yeah, come over when you can, have a look, make sure it's the life for you. It's not going to be life for everybody. I do know people that have actually gone back to the UK or wherever they come from. One, because it's too hot. It gets hot. It does get hot here, guys. And the other thing is, they miss their little luxuries, you know. They miss the Marmite, even though you can get Marmite here. But you know what I mean. Some people do miss where they come from. And that's understandable. So what I'm going to do now, it's coming at 10 o'clock. I'm going to go straight into the comments. I've got 102 in the house, so that's going to open me 100 top people. I've done everything else. I think I've done all there. I'm just having a quick slurp here, and I'll go into the comments because I know I've got a lot of comments to get through. You know what? I had that drink and I've dropped by 3. Oh my God. Let's go for it. So my very first person is Rob. I don't know if he's there tonight because I know Rob works. He's from Oregon in the US. He's a top man as old Rob. Thanks for coming in, Rob. Hello, Sean from sunny Central Oregon, USA. Almost forgot that is what it's like to be above 25. Yes, we use centigrade here as well. Top man. Yep, the temperature is going up. I mean, I think this week it's been sort of like mid-20s, 25-ish. Some places a little bit warmer, but it's been there. Femi is another top man, a big man. Here I am taking a dip. I don't think so, Femi. I might be in your pool. You just don't know, dear. Paul, you're a top man. Oh, Sean, top man. I hope you're keeping well from Paul and Jan in the UK. Guys, it looks like you could be over here soon. Keep the fingers crossed. Top man, Steve and Mandy. I know it's got Steve there. Hope you're awake because I know you've been a busy man today. Tony, good evening, young man. Oh, I like that. Young man, I like that. Nurse Jim, hey, top man Jim. Thank you very much. Steve, it's okay. Sean's in your pool. Yeah, go check it out, fam. Tony, congratulations on your vaccine. Thank you, Tony. I did wonder a couple of weeks back, was it going to happen? It's happened, and thankfully, more people are getting done. There's a load more given next week as well, which is good news. Maria, Dave, top people, evening, top man from Ma and Dave. Maria and Dave from Milton Keynes. Lovely place, Milton Keynes. That roundabout with the cows on it. Are those cows still there on that roundabout? I want to know. Dean, evening, all from the windy Blackpool. Dean, I did hear that it was snowing the other week. I don't know how true that was. Harvey, I like Femi's pool. Thanks, Femi. Yes, I think we all like Femi's pool. Good evening, Robert. Good evening, Sean. Wish I was there. Yes, it's what it should be in Spain. The sunny weather. Evening, Sean. Thank you much, Thomas. We got Wayne, top man. Wayne, thank you much for popping in. We got Facebook user. Well, when are you doing the pool cleaning videos? There's that Facebook user. Now I wonder who that is. Anyway, I'll be saying that. What I'm going to do, because I'm coming up to my 12,000 subscribers score, which is I'm pretty amazed. And I thought I might on the 12,000 actually get round to doing the pool cleaning video. So just keep watching because it's on its way. Now, Neil, evening. Thank you very much for popping in, sir. Oh, Sean, hope you're all, yes. Can't wait to get back to Tenerife. Good, amazing place, Tenerife. I've never been there, but I've got to say it's amazing. Dave, good evening, Sean. Everyone from David in Hull, top man. Sally, hi, Sean. How long roughly is it buying a house from start to finish? Good question, that, Sally. I think it all depends on what you're buying, I think. When we bought our place, it took us a month to move in virtually. We put the deposit down. And if everything's in order, I mean, here in Spain, you have to have all these, asset certificates. You have to have all the certificates, the pool's recorded and whatever else it's in the property. It can take a month. I mean, you won't get your escritura, which is your You know, my brain's gone dead now. Which is like your deeds. Is it? I think it's a deeds, isn't it? The deeds of the property that can take up to 6 months, but it can take a month. Now, what I have heard, because of the Brexit thing, this is something else that's thrown out. So, if you're not an EU member and you're buying a property on the coast here, especially along the Mercia region, it's an old Franco law. It's a military permit. Now, I've heard if you're buying a new property, I don't know how true this is, but that can take up to 6 months. So whoever you're dealing with, especially if you're a estate agent, and what I found with estate agents, they're not going to tell me everything. You have to write things down, guys, and ask them. Because if you don't ask them, they're not going to tell you all the maybe the problems and things like that. They're just going to give you the information that you want to know. But they're not going to say, oh, yeah, by the way, you might need a military permit for this property and it could take 6 months. They're not going to say that straight away. Now, obviously, a good agent will say that, but I know some probably won't say it straight away because they want to put you off. This is why I say you've got to come out here, guys. But anyway, hopefully it should just take about a month to 6 weeks. Now, hopefully other people will say as well, but that's how long it took me. I can only go by what I got. Now, Steve and Mandy, they bought their property, and unfortunately, the day that they were going to sign it, the owner passed away, and it took a lot longer. I think it took them 6 months, but that was something unusual, really. Hi, Sean, Leigh, Donna, Blake, and Declan from Coventry. Have a Villa on D. Been watching you for a while. Top people. I want to say went to finally say hello, Barry. Hope you're enjoying it. That's the main thing. Ian, we got 95 in the house. Top man. We got SK. Hello, Sean. It's bloody cold here. You just get your blanket on you and the woolly hat. Bruce. Hello, Sean from Bruce and Alison. Sorry. Hope you're well. Hope you make it to the 21st of June. Fingers crossed, eh? The captain's in the house. Good evening, Sean. Top man, captain, Glenn, and Indian COVID. Any Indian COVID there yet, Sean? I haven't heard nothing. I mean, all these strains you do hear about, you seem to hear about in other countries, but I haven't heard nothing about in Spain. I would imagine there would be because we've got a lot of Indians here, obviously, because of the curry houses and like the Chinese. Really, we got loads of Chinese here. I can't believe it. How many Chinese we got here? But I haven't heard nothing about the different sort of strains. And like I said before, the Mercia region is doing pretty well, trying to keep this COVID down, which is the main thing. Michelle, sending best wishes from Essex. Had my jab last week too. I can't wait to visit Spain's. Keep up the great work on the channel. Thank you, Michelle. Good news on the jabbings. That's what I say. Hola, Sean, says a Facebook user. Hola, says Norman. And we got 96 in the house. Yogi's in the house. Guys, I've got to blow my nose in a minute. I've got this. I can feel the sneeze coming in a minute. I must got some dust up my nose. Good evening, Sean. Great to see you, buddy. What's the next video you're making? Hang on, I've just got to do it. I've got to blow my nose, guys. I can feel it coming. If I don't do it now, it's going to go all over that screen and you're not going to see nothing. And I haven't got COVID, even though I've had the jab. What's the next video you're making? Good question, that. Oh, I've done the Wimber. I've done the Miguel, the adventure place, which is in the process of making. I've got another property video next Tuesday. I think people will like. It's on the Condado. I've got another property video the week after. I've got the snow whales. Me and Steve did that a couple of weeks ago. That's coming out soon. The swimming pool. The cleaning the swimming pool video will be coming out soon as well. So yeah, Yogi, plenty more coming. Dan, hi Sean from sunny San Diego, have I got that right? Yeah, San Diego, California. Loving the weekly chats. Thank you, Stan. I must obviously in the afternoon there in the sunny US. Ola says, Martin, top man. Thank you very much for the photographs in the week, Martin. The weather's a little bit better for you now. Evening, Sean, Steve, top man. How we doing? How we doing? We're all right for time. Evening, Sean, Malcolm and Carol from Sheffield, top players. I've been there many a time. Sean, Manchester United playing. Not Manchester United playing Liverpool. That's why we got a little bit down on the scores tonight. But it's not bad. We've still got 93, so they can't be doing very well then. Watching it, unless you've got two televisions, maybe. There is actually football right now. No, Frick. It's what usually happens. Are you any good at DIY? Says the Facebook user. I wonder who that is. I've had a dab hand. I think I had shares in B&Q years ago, but I'm not too sure now. Yogi's asking, what's the next place you're going to visit to explore? Funny enough, you should say that, Yogi. Tomorrow, I'm visiting Cartagena. Now, there's a few things on Cartagena. I'll be visiting a Roman quarry. I'll be down at the docks in the Navy Museum. Check out the Navy Museum, the Spanish Navy Museum, obviously. And hopefully, there is a Spanish galleon in the harbour there, which I'll be able to capture. And then we're going to go onto the park that looks going to give a fantastic view, looking over the whole of Cartagena, the harbour, the amphitheatre. I think every time, if you plug in Cartagena, you'll see a shot of the amphitheatre. This is the Roman, the Roman thingy where they all fight. No, maybe not fight animals and that. They do a bit of anyway. But you get a lovely view of the harbour. So that's what's happening tomorrow, yo. So keep watching. Wayne, good evening, Sean. And all signed in tonight. Well done. Good top man. Aid, Sean from Deary, Southampton. Top players. I've been to Southampton many a time. Hello from sunny Central. Rob, you're back. Obviously, it's your break time. Stafford's in the house. Buenas noches, senora. Yeah. See, I got on there tonight. It's still autumn in the UK. Autumn. What you obviously had the summer then. There it is. Now, if you want to know the injection I had, the jabby thing, what Mandy's just got there, it's top lady, Mandy, because I know some people will be asking what that is. What it is, I don't know, but I'm sorry, I've got a scratch in my ear now. You don't want to know that, did you, really? But yeah, the only side effects I've had so far is my arm hurts a bit, but I got a feeling that's the lady that she just, and that was it. Move on. And Harvey's putting it down now, so we're going for a list of yes. Yes, it's obviously a popular injection. I don't know what it's all about. Had mine first 3 weeks ago. Yes. Oh, so Rob's had it as well. So obviously it is a popular injection, or jab, as I should say. Are you growing your third arm yet? I've got one there. I've got one there. No, only got two, Rob, at the moment. I ain't got nothing growing out my nose. No, that's all right. Sorry, just joined. Which vaccine did you have? Tony, if you look up, I'll give it to Mandy. That's what the injection I had, Rob. No, Tony. That's what I read, isn't it? So that's the injection I had. What it is, I don't know, but it's obviously hasn't done nothing into me. You know, I'm still alive. That's the main thing. The captain, is there equivalent? Sorry, I can't say that word. Of the National Health app in Spain, on the National app, there's details of vaccines that you've had. Captain, I can safely say that no, there's not. As far as I know, there's not an app in Spain that I would show what injection you have. Or, like I just said, you have to go to your local health centre and they're printing off. And also the other thing is that print off that they're going to give you, is that going to be free? I don't know. I know a few people that have had both of the injections. Unfortunately, I forgot to ask them. I don't think it is free, but you know, I imagine if there's 4,000 of us the other day, health centre's going to have a lot of paper to get through, isn't it? But Captain, I don't know. As far as I know, there's not not that I know of in Spain. Maybe that's something to make. Real, do you know what is the? I don't know what is the Q&A about. Just come on. Oh, okay. Just keep watching. That's what I say. Don't forget the thumbs up. Says Steve. He's still there. You're still awake, Steve, because Steve's been busy man today. Pharmacy in Isla Plana, €30. Lots of people have used them. It's the for the I think it was Cheryl, wasn't it? I think Cheryl was asking about a reasonable price for the PCR test. So top lady Mandy for putting that in, helping me out again. How's your arm feeling? Says Tony. It's all right as long as you don't touch it. It is a bit sore. I mean, I would imagine really it's just because they punched the arm. And my wife, when she had hers done, there's blood coming out of hers. Thankfully, mine didn't bleed. But yeah, as far as that is, I mean, I think anything that crippled me, to be honest, with the injection was the 4-hour waiting outside, and I had a problem walking this morning. Want a good sight. But yeah, I think it's knackered my legs, and not a lot of people had swollen feet, and I don't think that's anything to do with the injection. Hi, Sean, love your show. Keep up the good work. John from Dublin, top man, John. Thank you very much for putting your name down, because that gives me an idea who the Facebook user is. Oh, Sean says, Iron Horse, top man. My brother has just told me he had his jab in Cartagena. Yes, Aid. I mean, I'll be honest, most of the places around here, I think Toltana, Alhama, Mazron, obviously, and obviously the bigger places are having it as well. So at long last, Spain has sort of topped up the notch now, and hopefully we will get onto the green list in the UK and be in line with Portugal. But I think we got a couple more weeks to find out about that. Sound advice on the house front. Michael, top man, yes, listen, come over to Spain, check it out first before you rush in and pay all that money out. Rob, my arm was sore for a day, no other reactions. Top man, Rob, good to know that. You know, want to, oh, hang on. I've just flicked the thing then. How are we doing for time? All right, we're doing, I think I'm doing well tonight. I'm on the, I think I'm going to finish on time tonight. Like you're thinking regarding about old and having help around, can still enjoy life. So well done, Sean. Thank you, Tony. Yes, I think that's something about when you're moving out to Spain, especially when you're at retirement age. You're not going to be stuck out in the middle of nowhere because unfortunately things do happen. You fall over. It takes a lot longer to heal. They've got as far as I know, they've got a brilliant health system here, just like the UK, really. But you do need to be around people. That's why another reason why I love Camp So, you know, wherever you're to go, guys, to make sure that you've got some sort of community around you that you can help. And the Spanish people are fantastic people. I've had no problems. I mean, if anything, they've been so welcoming to me. I mean, when me and Steve went up to his place, and he wouldn't let us leave. I mean, I said, Miguel, I can't drink anymore. And he said, oh, that's all right, Sean, just stay the night. I said, I can't do that. But he was quite happy. He said, my house is your house. Top man. That's what I say, Miguel. Miguel, if you're watching tonight, I've got to say you're top man. Hi, Sean. Maureen, top lady. Thank you very much. Any side effects from your injection? Facebook user says the only side effect that I've had so far is my sore arm. And I think that's more to do with because they just stab you. They don't go, oh, hang on a minute, we'll just wipe it for you first, and then no. The lady that we had was a young lady. She had three injections in her fingers. You know, obviously 4,000. I mean, what's driving you nuts? Sorry, Sean, late tonight. Hope you're well. Emma and Bob from West Yorkshire. Emma, watch it again. But anyway, thanks for popping in, Emma. Top lady. West Yorkshire is a fantastic place. I love Yorkshire. I've been up there many a time in my younger years. Hello, Sean, Fleur, Angela. Yogi's in the house again. We got 110 in the house. So obviously the football's finished now then. Sean, Steve and Mandy promised to provide a list of costs on when buying property when you had them as guests. When will you be able to share them? Good one, that, Yogi. If Steve and Mandy, I think, saying all this, now hopefully there will be another video of the Steve and Mandy, what do I call it? I forgot what I call it now, but it's a Steve and Mandy thingy. My brain's died. And they're getting their, well, they will be getting their residency. And I'll be going up to the immigration place in Mercia when they come out, and they'll be showing the little card. So hopefully on that, Yogi, which will be in the next couple of weeks, fingers crossed, that's when we'll get the breakdown of the cost. Evening, Sean. Top man, Sean. I love that name. Marie and Dave. Yes, the cows are still there. They have some in Winter Garden and Milton. Oh, that's top people. Oh, any reason I say that, I used to be a lorry driver, and I was up at oh god, what's that place I used to go up to now? So up north it was Leicestershire. Does that sound right? Anyway, I got lost. I got lost. I was wasting time. I was following the moon for some reason. Anyway, I ended up in Milton Keynes. I wasn't planning on going to Milton Keynes. I was supposed to be going back down towards Newbury way. Ended up in Milton Keynes. Anyway, the only reason I knew it's Milton Keynes because as I was roundabout, lots of concrete cows. I bet you wanted to know that, didn't you, really? Angela, Sean, flights booked for the 7th of June. Come for a cocktail, 11th on. Well done. Well done, Angela. Top lady. Man, sorry, Yogi, been a bit busy past couple of weeks. We'll get round to it soon. See, there you are, Yogi. She's on the ball there. They are very busy at the moment. They're having the builders in, which will be in that video. So keep watching, Yogs. Even Sean just had an offer accepted on an apartment in Condado today. Can't wait to get out there. Well done, Tony. Good. Nice place in Condado. Like I said, I've got a video out next Tuesday of a building 3 new blocks of apartments, penthouse obviously on top. I'm doing a video on the show house. Lovely view of the lake and the golf course. You're gonna enjoy it there, Tony. Well done, mate. Hi, Sean. What start? Yes, Sean, from start to finish on the property purchase here in 1 month. It's quick here, as you say, or if everything's in order. That's right, Arb. So it can take a month. If everything's in order, and your solicitor should be able to give you that when you go in there for your first communications with them, they should be able to tell you straight away how long it's going to take. Now, obviously, that will depend on what you're buying. Even Shaw, looking well, young man. Thanks, he's a great show as always. Keep up the good work. So glad you finally got some decent Spanish. Yes, Andy, it's happened. This is the main thing. Is there a variety of things to do in or near Marmignon? I'm worried that there might be a lot of bars and beaches. That can get a bit samey. Scott, I don't know if you know, but the Mercia region, I think it's got about 20 golf courses. I mean, obviously, if you're not into golf, You can go out sailing, sub-aqua. Don't forget the sort of the Murcia region. It's nothing like if you go a bit further up towards Belladorm. It's nothing like that at all. There's a lot more quiet life there. I wouldn't say, it's all bars and beaches. During the summertime, a lot of the Madridis come down to Spain, this part of Spain, mainly because that's where they got the summer houses. So the nightlife here is completely different to other parts of Spain. If you love beaches, that's fantastic. Loads of places to explore. Scott, check out my playlist. There's loads of things on there about activities. You can go out exploring. You can go on quad bikes. You can paraglide. You can go flying. Yeah, there's loads. It's not all about going on the beach and having a cup of coffee. All right, Tony, which vaccine did you have? Tony, you're gonna have to look back up the. But I'm not doing it now to get near my time. It begins with an M. There can't be many M's out there. Hi, Sean from Birmingham. Aidan, top man. Yogi's back again. Hope you do a video on the trip. Yes, don't worry. I will be making a video of that tomorrow. Hopefully, it'll be out the next couple of weeks as well. Are you cupboard stocked with Kit Kat? Says the fake spot. I wonder who that is. I wonder who that is, Steve. Murcia is the Spanish. Well done. Top man off. Now, this is about I think it was the captain asking about, does Spain do like similar to the National Health app? So there is one. Well done. Top man off. Don't forget the thumbs up, everyone. Tony, you're a top man for the thumbs up. Anyway, can you still use your milk bottles at the Clive? You know what? I've never been there yet. He's on about you're on about the off license or the wine place. I don't know. You know what, Clive? I don't know. So any probably goes into the that word. I would imagine so. I haven't heard about that because I've never been in there. Don't eat my ice creams, says the face. I know that is now. I haven't had one yet, Steve. My dad had leg cramps for a day after the vaccine. I reckon the leg cramps and the swelling of the feet, nothing to do with the vaccine, it's to do with the 4 hours standing outside in the heat. I think that's what the side effects of that was. They said you don't feel the needle going in. They lied. Yes, well, of course they lied. They're not going to say, oh, hang on a minute, sir. You won't feel nothing. Because what they do, they pinch you, and it's the pinching bit that takes away the stabbing bit. Great show, Sean. Going to bed. Top man, Steve. I'm glad you hacked it out this long. And I had to pulsing feeling for 2 days and side of my neck. Maybe I got that to come then. Hi, Sean. Any talk in Spain of the replicable deal that you got regarding easing residency requirements in the future? Says James. I know what you're on about. No, not at the moment. I think Spain's more concerned about getting this COVID dealt with first, and obviously trying to up the vaccine thing as well, so they can get the green card from the UK, so people can come here for a holiday. But I wouldn't be surprised once this COVID thing sort of quieten down a bit, that's something that they will look at, because obviously Portugal's done it, and I believe there's a few other countries that are sort of sorting out a deal as well, because they do rely on the UK a lot. But at the moment, no, James. Good night, hard-working Steve. Top banana, Yogi man. Thank you, says Yogi. I'm coughing now. Thanks, Harvey. Okay, we're doing the thanks bit here now. So you followed the yes, I did. Not the moo cows, Maria. When you fly in with your residency NIE card, what queue do you get in? What queue do you get in EU nationals? I've just got mine. When you fly in with what queue do you get in? Carlos? That's a good question. That is a good question. I don't know. I don't know. That is a good question. That, and I would presume because you got a UK passport. Because you got a UK passport, you're gonna have to go through the non-EU queue. But even though you got a residency card, I might be wrong. But I presume because you got a UK passport. But that would be a good. It's the haircut. I don't know that. I don't understand that one, Steve. Our house property sales took 3 weeks from deposit to purchase. Was really quick. That's good. Well, thank you much for that, Emma. Thank you. At the airport, Carlos. Yeah. Hopefully, somebody can answer that question, Carlos. Next, great show, Sean. Top man. Hope you see you when we visit in June. Fingers crossed from Bruce and Alison. Thank you, top people. Our property. What should on property? What should you offer your prices to see an odd district? Blah blah blah. What's the typical? What is typical there in the south of Spain? I think, to be honest, Carlos, if you're putting an offer in, it's what you think it's worth, really. Be it a cheeky offer to, if you really want it, maybe actually put in an offer. I mean, it obviously if you know the agent pretty well, he's going to tell you what they're going to take, what offer they're going to take. Now, you find that most offers they've got will take a lower offer. It's like anything else. If the property's been on for a long time, if it's been on for a year or so, then you're going to put in a much lower offer because you're going to wonder, well, why hasn't it sold? So that's something that a good agent will give you an inkling on what they would take. I mean, if it's, I don't know, say it's 200,000 and you put in 100,000, that's been a bit cheeky, isn't it? But if you say 150 and they say no, they might even say yes. But that's something we all have to do when we're putting in offers. Yogi, good night, Sean. Looking forward to the next one. Thank you very much, Yogi. Top man, as always. Winery, says Rob. Yeah, I knew it was. Already on there many cinemas in the Mazaron. Yeah, well, not in the, I don't know about Mazaron, but I know in Toltana they actually got a cinema there, and I think once a week they actually put on English films, which is pretty nice. Obviously, at the moment with the COVID thing, I'm not too sure if it's going on. British passport, British Q, says Harvey, top man. Night, Sean. Great. Thank you very much, Maria and Dave. Adios, Sean. See you next week. Hester, yep, and that Rob. I ain't given up my dreadlocks yet. Well done, Carlos. Yeah, it's your citizenship that determines what queue line up. Well done, Stafford. I thought it was. You got to go in the UK line or the non-EUs. Hey, the top man. I've got the funds there. Has the wife had her? Yes. Oh, has the wife had? Yes. The wife. Me and the wife was together that day, and she was in front of me because I'm like, want to make sure if it was painful. Hi, Sean, hope all was well. Belinda, thank you very much for popping in. Okay, thanks. Don't want to look. No, don't, Carlos. Nobody's looked stupid, right? Many thanks, top man, Sean. Anyway, I got through it tonight. Amazing. I've done it just over the time, so I'm going to say adios, everybody. Stay safe, everybody. As I always say, guys, don't rush into things. Come out to Spain if you're buying a property, or just come out to Spain and have a brilliant holiday. That's what I say. But as I always say, keep watching. I'll be back next Thursday, and I'm trying to find the ending bit. Anyway, see you again, guys. Thank you very much.